Good day. So once again, I am your online learning coordinator for this subject, social issues and professional practice. So for today, we will discuss online social network ecosystems, which is the week 13 of our discussion. So by the end of this module, you should be able to define social networks, determine the business application of online social networking, determine social network advertising strategies, and understand the social and ethical consequences of social networking. So these are the learning outcomes for this module. So these are the topics that we have to cover in order for us to understand social networks. So social network and social networking sites, social network advertising strategies, social networking ethical issues. So to start with, let us define social network. Social network is a theoretical network where each node is an individual, a group, or organization who independently generates, captures, and disseminates information and also serves as a relay for other members of the network. So basically, guys, that's the definition of social network. So it's more of communicating, relaying information, providing information, or giving information to other people. So it can be to other people, to a group of people, or to an organization. And most of the time, it's it's for a purpose of some businesses concerns. And when we talk about social networking websites, these are websites whose purpose is to create an online community of internet users that enables members to break down barriers created by time, distance, and cultural differences. So basically, there are some sort of websites that are being used as well for social networking. So there's a lot that we can access right now. So when we talk about social networking websites, these are the definitions or the purpose of these websites. So let's talk about these websites individually. These are the most well-known websites that we can visit. So um, Facebook, for instance, it has been founded in 2004, and then it has active monthly users of 2.38 billion. So that's how huge this website is, or this social networking website is. So apart from the ability to network with friends and relatives, you can also access different Facebook apps to sell online, and you can even market or promote your business, brand, and products by using paid Facebook ads. So Twitter as well has been founded in 2006. This social networking site enables you to post short text messages called tweets containing a limited number of characters up to 280 to convey your message to the world. So it has a monthly active users of 321 million. So that's still far behind comparing it to Facebook. LinkedIn has been founded in 2003. It is used across the globe by all types of professionals. It serves as an ideal platform to connect with different businesses, locate and hire ideal candidates, and more. So it has active monthly users of 303 million. Instagram, which has been founded in 2010, this is a photo sharing social networking app. It enables you to capture the best moments of your life with your phone's camera or any other camera and convert them into works of art. It has active monthly users of 1 billion. Of course, we also have Snapchat, which has been founded in 2011. It has active monthly users of 330 million. This is also an image messaging social platform that enables you to chat with friends by using pictures. It allows you to explore news and even check out live stories that are happening around the world. Okay. And we also have Pinterest, which has been founded in 2010. This is a photo sharing and visual bookmarking social media site or app that enables you to find new ideas for your projects and save them. It has, of course, an active monthly users of 291 million. We also have Reddit, founded in 2005. This social media platform enables you to submit contents and later vote for the content. The voting determines whether the content moves up or down, which is ultimately organized based on the areas of interests, known as subreddits. It has active monthly users of 330 million. All right, so to continue with the discussion, let us now talk about social network advertising. So two significant advantages of social networking or social network advertising over more traditional advertising media. First is advertisers can create an opportunity to generate a conversation with viewers of the ad, and ads can be targeted to reach people with a desired demographic characteristics. So these are the two significant advantages of social networking advertising. So basically comparing it to traditional advertising media, you can reach out to more people much easier. And we also have the social network advertising strategies, such as first is direct advertising. It involves placing banner ads on a social networking website, like what we have mentioned earlier, Facebook, for instance. An ad can either be displayed to each visitor to the website or by using the information in user profiles, be directed toward those members who would likely find the product most appealing. So whenever you visit, like, let's say, a social network or social networking website, you will be able to see these ads or banners whenever you visit, let's say, or open your accounts. And advertising using an individual's network of friends. So companies can use social networking websites to advertise to an individual's network of contacts. This is also something that is being done as one of the strategies of social network advertising. There's also what we call indirect advertising through groups, creating a group on social networking websites that interested users can join by becoming fans. Let's say, for example, Facebook. You can use a certain group of people who are, let's say, selling products, wherein you can, of course, buy those products that they are selling, and you can also sell your own products. And we also have company-owned social networking website. A variation on the above of approach, or what we have already mentioned, is for a company to form its own social networking website. So of course, these companies have their own websites as well that you can visit and check their products, and you can also order those products through these websites that they have created. We also have what we call viral marketing. Viral marketing encourages individuals to pass along a marketing message to others, thus creating the potential for exponential growth in the message's exposure and influence as one person tells two people. Each of those two people tell two or more or two or three more people and so on. So there's like a multiplier effect. The goal of a viral marketing campaign is to create a buzz about a product or idea that spreads wide and fast. So basically, since there's a multiplying effect, then there are lots of people who will know, not just in a certain location, but all over the globe. As we all know that, as long as you do have an internet connection and a device that you can use to browse these websites, then you will be informed about these products. All right, so to continue with the discussion, let us now discuss social networking ethical issues. So we have cyberbullying, of course. This is one of the issues or social networking ethical issues. Cyberbullying is the harassment, torment, humiliation, or threatening of one minor by another minor or group of minors via the internet or cell phone. So this is very rampant nowadays. That's why we also have to take care of these minors whenever they use different social media platforms, for example, or social networking websites. We have to make sure that we take care of them and inform them about some sort of, things regarding social networking. And we also have to educate people, most especially young people, not to do some acts like cyberbullying, because of course this is against the law, and it will have a huge effect to those people who will be victims of this kind of act. Cyber stalking, this is also very rampant nowadays. This is a process of threatening people or doing threatening behavior or unwanted advances directed at an adult using the internet or other forms of online and electronic communications. It is the adult version of cyberbullying. Again, it's against the law, guys, and it is also very unethical for us to do this kind of acts. That's why we have to be very careful, most especially with those processes of sharing our personal information, like our photos, so that we'll not be victims of cyber stalking as well. Encounters with sexual predators. Online predator is someone who sexually exploits a child over the internet. This is also very rampant nowadays. That's why we have to be very careful, and we have to take care of our minors whenever they use the internet, because they can be victims of these exploitations or sexual exploitations in the internet. We also have uploading of inappropriate materials. Others are posting their photos, videos because they want to share their happy moments with their friends, of course. And others are using that to blackmail a friend. That is not the good thing to do. And there are few people who can do that. So we have to be very careful whenever we upload or we share photos, we share videos, most especially if you are sharing videos that are really inappropriate to share to other people, even if they are so-called friends, or even if they are your, if they, even if you have known them for a while, you should still be very careful in sharing those materials, most especially photos and videos that are should or that shouldn't be shared in the first place. We also have internet addiction, one of the social networking issues as well. Internet addiction is defined as uncontrollable use of the internet that results in excessive time consumption or social dysfunction. Internet addiction has a similar pathology to other addictions, which result in interpersonal, family, and social problems. Of course, whenever we, most especially these minors who are really using different products of technologies nowadays, we should be very, careful in guiding them. Um, well, there are some sort of studies already that have been um, cited explaining the effects of the internet or the social networking websites to children. So we have to guide these people, these young people, in using the internet in order for them not to be addicted and to avoid addiction, of course, in using the internet. Sleep deprivation, this is very rampant as well. Higher rates of depression, suicidal ideation, obesity, and poor school performance have been demonstrated in sleep-deprived adolescents, especially in those getting 6 hours or fewer of sleep per night. In addition to this, destruction and less sleep because of time spent on social media. The electronic devices themselves may be contributing to poor sleep quality in adolescents. There are already some sort of studies that have been released confirming that using too much use of the social networking sites or the internet or different mobile devices or computers can cause us or can have a negative effect to us as users. So we have to be very careful. And we have to set our priorities. If it's not really necessary for us to use these devices or not necessary for us to access these social networking websites, then why should we do that in the first place? We should avoid doing it. Digital footprint. This term refers to the data left behind by users of electronic media. This ongoing record of websites visited, pictures and videos posted, and personal information shared online cannot be removed and can lead to long-term implications if inappropriate information is shared. That is why I'm always telling people, most especially my family members, my relatives, and my students, not to share too much information or inappropriate information or data to their social media accounts or to these social networking websites or to the internet in general, because it can be used against you guys. So that's why we have to be very careful as well. Pornography, exposure to violent pornographic material has been linked to sexually aggressive behaviors. Data have shown that boys exposed in early adolescence are more likely to engage in sexual harassment in middle adolescence. Pornography also has been shown to have a negative influence on attitudes and ideas toward women, sexuality, and healthy relationships. That's why I'm always telling um, young people not to visit unwanted websites, websites that may show explicit contents. We should be very careful, most especially if we know someone who is, a minor. At a young age, we should not be visiting these websites. That's why there are some sort of softwares as well for parents to use to restrict their children from, accessing these websites as well. So as I always say that we should be very responsible enough whenever we use or we access these social networking websites. Sexting, of course, this is rampant since then. It is the act of sending sexually explicit messages to suggestive images by cell phone. One adverse outcome of sexting is the potential for inadvertent public dissemination of sexual images. Although the resulting embarrassment and humiliation may be temporary, in the long term, such disclosure can interfere with future educational and employment opportunities. That's why I keep on telling my students not to do this act, because you may not be able to see the effect as you do this kind of act while you're doing it. But in the future, that's the time that you will be able to see the effect to you whenever you do this act. And if that person that you're having this kind of act with will share your photos, videos, and whatever you have shared with that people, may use it against you. I mean, that person may, blackmail you and use those photos or contents that you have shared to that person for their own benefits. So we should be very careful, most especially that it's easy to upload videos, even if it's not yours, in the internet. And it can be accessed by people all over the globe. And of course, we also have internet dating, allows adolescents to explore sexual interest with anonymity, perceived safety, and hidden identity. This anonymity can be or can embolden adolescents to engage in language and actions they might not engage in during face-to-face encounters. Well, there are people who are really doing this, and there are success stories, but we could not say that you are safe. You might um, encounter or you might deal with people that are not using their real identity. and they can perceive you as well. There are some people who are really being victimized by these people who are just perceiving those people who would like to meet someone, um, I mean, in the internet, and date with that person in the internet without you knowing who is that person really is. So we should be very careful, most especially if we are doing this act. We should make sure that we are dealing with a real person who has already, or who is sharing his real identity. And that's basically it when it comes to our discussion for this module. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope that I'll be able to see each and every one of you again in the future. Thank you so much. Keep safe always and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye now.